Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York, and we are on Spring Mountain Road here in Las Vegas, right off the Las Vegas Strip, about a mile west of the Las Vegas Strip. Today we're going to visit Chinatown, Las Vegas style. So I come to Las Vegas quite often, and I've been to the Chinatown in San Francisco, and obviously I've been to the one in New York City in Manhattan. And right off the bat, I want to tell you that this one is nothing like those other two huge Chinatowns, which are beautiful. This one's nice, but it's nothing compared to those two. But if you're a frequent visitor of Las Vegas and you've never been here, it's so close to the Strip, it's worth an hour or two visit. And I'm looking forward to this walk because you know why? It's better to walk thousands of miles than to read thousands of books. More Chinese proverbs to follow. Let's get walking. Right off the bat, I'd like to make it clear that Chinatown in Las Vegas should really be called Asia Town because it's not just Chinese restaurants and shops here, but there's Vietnamese, Japanese, Korean, a whole bunch of other Asian countries combined here as well. So officially it's Chinatown, but Jeff from New York is going to call it Asia Town. Not only because it's my channel, but if a family is harmonious, everything will go well. Also, unlike San Francisco and New York City, where the Chinatowns are dripping in Asian culture, the Chinatown here in Las Vegas is more or less a bunch of strip malls with Asian restaurants and shops. Nonetheless, this more modest neighborhood holds many surprises, especially edible ones for visitors. For example, one of the more popular restaurants here in Chinatown is Chengdu Taste, which serves some of the most chili-laden, incendiary dishes in the entire state of Nevada, let alone Las Vegas. Specializing in Sichuan-style cooking, it also features dishes like pork dumplings in broth spiked with namesake Sichuan peppercorns. These feisty spices actually make your mouth numb, adding definite tingle to the eating experience. Those of you who enjoy Sichuan cooking know we are talking spicy here. So we're starting here at this mall called the Center at Spring Mountain. Again, we're on Spring Mountain Road here in Las Vegas. The mall has lots of restaurants, and I just want to walk along it just for a little while to show you guys the variety of restaurants there are in other places of business as well. So I planned this first, and then up ahead just a little bit is a Chinese grocery store, which is pretty interesting. And then there's a Chinese general store, which we're going to finish the video with. That's the way I planned it. And you know what they say. A day's planning is finished at dawn. So here we have Shoku Ramen, a karaoke place. Karaoke is very popular in Asia. Yamasushi, obviously Japanese, and we know what they specialize in. A bank, because regardless of the culture, everyone needs to borrow money and everyone needs to pay fees. Here we have Ginseng's story. I'm not sure what the story is, but I'm sure it has a happy ending. Now, my ignorance had me wondering, what is a tiki place doing in an Asian neighborhood? And then I looked it up and I Googled it, and technically, South Pacific is part of Asia. I'm digging those arrows in the storefront. So you see, ignorance isn't bad as long as you learn from it, and that's not a Chinese proverb, that's just Jeff from New York talking. Looks like a white sale at the car dealership. Coming up is a Vietnamese restaurant that serves pho, a very spicy Vietnamese soup. It's spelled P-H-O, but it's pronounced pho in Vietnamese. I'm not sure if the owners of this Vietnamese restaurant knew what their sign would be pronounced in English when they named their restaurant, or perhaps they didn't know and they were ignorant, and remember, ignorant is tolerable if you learn from it. Regardless, I get a chuckle every time I pass this place. Remember, PHO is pronounced pho in Vietnamese, so what would you call this place? Or even more disturbing, what would you tell your Uber driver? I'm actually at a very busy intersection here. While filming this Chinatown Plaza sign, I tripped, and I'm sure more than 24 people saw me trip. And they were all thinking that's what you get for videotaping while walking. But I got up, I brushed myself off. The only thing I bruised was my ego, and I thought to myself, every step makes a footprint. Chinatown Plaza is the largest shopping plaza here in Chinatown, Las Vegas. It's got a huge grocery store as well as a souvenir type mall, and of course more regular stores and restaurants as well. This is Mitzi, the Rubber Ducky Showgirl, who shows up on all my Vegas videos. As most of you know, there are hidden mascots, or some of you call them Easter eggs, in my videos. Mitzi shows up in all the Vegas ones. Sometimes she's easy to spot, other times she's quite elusive, so keep your eyes open while watching the video. If you spot her, note the time in the comments below, and if you're the first one, you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video. We're now in a rather large Chinese grocery store, and this grocery store does actually remind me of the grocery stores in the Chinatowns in San Francisco and Manhattan. It's got just about everything you can imagine in a regular grocery store, plus a ton of Chinese branded items as well. If you plan on preparing a special Asian meal and have some hard to find ingredients, these are the type of places you come to. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button and smash that thumbs up. It really does help the channel out. This place is well stocked, clean, and the staff is very friendly. Now, if you're wondering exactly where Chinatown is and how far it is from the Strip, if you're at the Fashion Show Mall intersection, which is the Wynn, the Palazzo, the TI, and Fashion Show Mall, we're 2 miles west of that intersection. Now, you can walk it if you're an aggressive walker like me, but I chose today to use my bus pass, which I usually buy a weekly bus pass when I get here in Las Vegas, and I caught the bus right outside the Fashion Show Mall. It got me here in 2 minutes. If you're trying to walk off that all-you-can-eat buffet and just don't think you can make it halfway through the trip, well, you could always catch the bus anywhere along the route. Remember, failure is the mother of success. That monument we just passed is from the Tang Dynasty, and it's of Xuanzang and the monkey god, and it symbolizes their journey to the west. Little did they know they'd end up in Las Vegas. Xuanzang and the monkey god. Sounds like an act at Planet Hollywood, doesn't it? Don't forget to check out my book, 50 Attractions and Many Tips When Visiting Las Vegas. It's down at the bottom in the description of this video that you're watching. It's only $4.99, instantly downloaded to your computer, tons of pictures and fantastic tips if you plan on visiting Sin City. So like I said, as you can see, lots of restaurants and shops here at Chinatown Plaza, but now we're going to check out the Chinatown Mall, which is this building coming up here. Inside there's lots of shops and souvenirs. Some of the more popular restaurants here at Chinatown Plaza include Harbor Palace Seafood as well as Samu Barbecue. If you're concerned about these restaurants and the pandemic, remember the Chinese mastered takeout years and years ago. They've got takeout dinners down to a science. Adversity yields flair. And here we are inside the Chinatown Mall. Let's walk around and see what's going on here. Right off the bat, you can see there's lots of household items and clothing from the Orient. Kind of like a Walmart. There's also a couple restaurants and a bakery here as well. And call me crazy, but if you're superstitious and believe in good luck charms, especially here in Las Vegas, I have a feeling this is the place you pick that good luck charm up. Also, by the way, I'm a firm believer in the benefits of massage. Now, you can stay on the Strip at your hotel and get a massage for a couple $100. Or you can come here to Chinatown and get a legitimate, and I stress legitimate, massage for under $100. And chances are it's going to be a better massage because the science and technique has been handed down from generation to generation here. Unlike the stores downtown and along the Las Vegas Strip, where everything seems to be the same stuff in different stores, these stores all have different items, stuff you'd never find on the Strip. You can take them home with you in your suitcase if they're small enough, or ask the shop owner to ship it to your home and it would be waiting for you when you got home. Maestro, some Chinatown Mall shopping music, please. So I spent about 2 hours here in Chinatown today, and all in all I had a great time. It was a great escape from the casino hotel atmosphere, but don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to going back. I picked up some fresh fruit and Asian snacks for the hotel room, something you just won't find on the Las Vegas Strip. I never heard of some of these snacks, and that's the fun of it. Some of them I like, some of them I probably won't. Good times, people.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you for watching the New York channel. Please subscribe. Woo!
An inch of time is worth an inch of gold, but an inch of gold may not buy an inch of time. I live by that one, people. Think about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.